Hi, today we'll go over the modal verb would. Okay, so how we use the modal verb would? We have five different applications of the modal verb would, which we'll cover in this class. First one, we use would to talk about hypothetical situations in the future. Example, what will you do? Will you jump into the water or stay on the boat? I would jump into the water. Now, here we're talking about that it is hypothetical and it could happen in near future or perhaps not so near future, could be far future, but it is definitely about a future event. The second application to talk about habitual actions in the past. Now, this is just the past, habits in the past. Look at the example. When we were children, we would often go swimming on Saturdays. So I'm talking about a habit that I used to have when I was a kid. Okay, so you can say when I was a teenager, I would listen to music for hours and hours. It was a habit I had in the past. Okay, remember those habits are no more. That's why we're using here past actions. Okay. Um, Third application, to make offers. Now, this usually goes in the question form. So, would you like a cup of tea? Would you like some ice cream? Would you like a Coke? Would you like a glass of wine? Would you like me to turn the line off? Next one, to make polite requests. Would you turn the light on, please? This, this is when you want to be, or you want to sound polite, not rude. You want to sound polite to people. And the last one is to give advice. You sound really ill. I would stay in bed today. Now, notice that all of these examples, even though we are seeing specifically in what situation we need to use them, or we can use them, better said, we need some context. Let's look at the first example. Okay, what would you do? Would you jump into the water or stay on the boat? I would jump into the water. There's definitely context there in which we can sense there's talking about future. Here, when we were children, right there, I'm telling you when something that happened in the past. Here is a question, and I'm definitely using the intonation in which I'm asking the question and definitely making an offer. Would you like a cup of tea? Here, would you turn the light on, please? I'm trying to sound polite. So I'm asking a favor, and I have to sound polite when I do that. And when I give advice, you sound really ill. I will stay in bed today. Okay. Now one more thing here. Uh, what we have right here, this apostrophe and little d can mean would or had. This is completely true. Look at the examples right here. I've been to Cusco before I met her. I like to see her before I leave town. Now notice the construction right here is completely the same, but the first one is I had, and the second one would be I would. Okay, this is easy to spot because been will be the past participle of the verb be, and that's how we construct the past perfect. We do not do that when we use would. Would is a modal verb, and when we use modal verb, the verb that comes after stays in the base form, which means we do not change the verb. Okay, so that would be the best trick for you to notice. So if you see after apostrophe d the verb in the past participle, right there you have to say, okay, this is the past perfect. And if you see apostrophe d and then you see the verb in the base form, then you will say, okay, this is would. Okay, the apostrophe and d is modal verb would. Okay, so remember, here is hat, here is wood. And one more thing, pronunciation. Now, English has its things with pronunciation. These two are pronounced exactly the same. They mean differently though, but they are pronounced the same. Wood, 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 wood. Wood, the modal verb, and wood, the material, the natural material we use to build houses, tables, chairs, pencils, etc. Okay, that will be it for today. Don't forget to click on the link right below this video for you have a little exercise. Okay, have a great time. I'll see you in class.